A young Prince George has carried out his biggest royal duty yet, joining his parents and the King and Queen at a special tea party at Buckingham Palace to meet World War II veterans.
It was an elevated role for George amid VE Day commemorations, which this year marks 80 years since the end of the war.
Joining us live is Daily Mirror's Associate Editor, Russell Myers. Great to have you with us, Russ. So how did Prince George go with the more senior engagement?
Well, morning, guys. Well, I thought he did remarkably well. I mean, he's only 11 years old. I mean, we have seen George out and about on certain engagements, mostly with his family, his younger sister and younger brother in tow. But this was a big one for George, and he was speaking to some of the vets who were really applauding him for saying, it's great that you're here because it's very important, of course, on an anniversary like this, the 80th anniversary of VE Day in Europe this year. And because the younger generation really need to be tapped into what had happened during that time. And I think George, was listening intently. I was at the Buckingham Palace tea party where there was veterans and Second World War generation who had lived through those times. And he was really listening intently, asking the person in question, so what was it like during those times? What did you go through? What sort of tanks or ships were you sailing in? And I think, he'll take away a few lessons from today, I'm sure.
Yeah, just watching him, compared to most kids his age, this is his future. He'll one day be the King of England. Would he have got sort of training for this type of thing early?
Well, for sure. I mean, from the day he's born, really. I suppose that I've often asked this from sort of senior aides, and they say the Prince and Princess of Wales have done things a lot differently from the older generation. They're trying to give their children as normal as an upbringing as possible in this crazy institution that they've sort of been born into. But he is acutely aware of his future, and I thought he did remarkably well. There's an awful lot of cameras, awful lot of journalists, people there who he'd never met before, and an awful lot of people in the room as well. But he took it in his stride, and I thought, really asking the questions that showed he was interested as well.
Yeah, really learning from his dad. You can see it almost processing in his mind. Russell, thank you. Appreciate your time this morning.